So student success program helps students build key habits and tools to help you be more successful and happier in life, be it at your academics or at your personal life. That's what we are discussing so far. Now, since we are talking about success, let's in this class understand the levers of success, especially when it comes to your academics or extracurriculars, or even you can take the same knowledge to your sports if you are into sports performance either. So, given all of us have 24 hours, what do some successful people have in common that they become more successful? What is the secret behind their success? Think about your favorite role model, be it your sports person or a musician or an actor, actress, entrepreneur or an innovator or a talk host, a talk show host, or a marketer or a top scorer, or anybody, your parents, your grandparents, anyone you think are successful in their own fields or in their own ways. What are some things they have in common that makes them become more successful or make them where they are today or where they have been in the past? Even we can look at people who are like the leaders of the country, and maybe designers, innovators, researchers. Look at every field. And what are those traits that every successful person have in common? What is the reason for this success? Can you think about a couple of things? Is that enough? Or are we missing something? Can you think of some more? Yeah? But according to me, after I just talked about my expertise in dealing with children and people, right? Kids, children are not like the youth. So what is that one thing I found it to be prevalent in every person who I met or who I saw them having these traits and becoming more successful are two things. One is goal. A goal that is coming from a desire, a personal ambition. I wanted to become a topper. I wanted to become the best. I wanted to achieve this. I wanted to do this. I wanted to solve this problem. I wanted to anything which is coming from my personal desire, not because of parents, not because of anyone. I want to do it because I wanted to do it. And then the second category is a goal that has come from a frustration or a pain. I have seen such pain and suffering. I wanted to find a solution for it. I wanted to solve this problem because I've seen this problem either affecting the productivity, or it's causing more problems in the systems, or it's causing failures in certain elements, it's causing more accidents, or it's causing hunger, world problems, or it is causing difficulty in helping children learn certain things, or it's making people suffer with certain things. As processes are getting delayed, systems are getting slower, it's adding to more confusion, chaos, it's leading to more fights, or maybe leading to more unsustainable ways of living. Getting my thought flow? So a goal that is backed by a desire or due to a frustration or a pain. If we don't have this, there is no way you can become successful too. My goal, I started because I had gone through this frustration or painful moment where, to begin with, I was an engineer, okay? And I was working for Sasken and Nokia Siemens. And all the while, I had a personal history of mental illness in my family. And I've seen how I've taken tablets, I've seen them going through that pain, suffering. And if I, so bubbly and so cheerful, can get into depression, get into medication, and then see this gloomy side of life, anybody can. Because something happened, I didn't know how to handle it, and I went into depression, and I saw how that life would be. So I took it on me that I should create certain processes so that every person know how to handle their life, how to get back or bounce back from any kind of setback they have. Not necessarily depression or anxiety. It can be failure in a subject, or a low grade in a subject, or having poor confidence, or at least understanding that these are all the ways, my personal toolkit. When not necessarily I may have a problem even today, I'm all good, as I always say, but still it makes sense for me to know what all I should do so that I can try it on myself and stay more happier, calmer, and always to the best of my potential. So that was my goal. So for that, I learned psychology, I did certain certifications, certain professional certifications. I've read a lot of books, I've watched a lot of videos, read a lot of research journals, figured out a lot of things in this journey with limited resources, obviously. But I didn't give up, and I'm landing here today. If you're talking to me, if you're watching this, that means I had figured a way to reach you too, isn't it? And according to me, that's awesome for me, because from the place I come from to this journey, it's been like a dream come true for me. And why did I have that zeal? Because I know the suffering, I know the pain. So I don't want to give up. So this strong purpose has led me to the second part, which is the attitude. Why am I telling about me? Because I wanted this program to be as humane as possible. I am still learning. My goal is to reach to 5 crore Indians, or 5 crore people out there to begin with. Today I've reached 5 lakhs. Maybe with you I may be one more, or 10,000 more. But at an average, I wanted to do that, reach that 5 crore people, and that's my number. I just randomly took it on. So to get to there, I have to support myself with the enough attitude. What is attitude? How do I think, feel, and act about a particular goal? When I'm talking about myself, I also want to talk about, think about it from your perspective. Okay, if you don't have a goal, you don't have that desire. Okay, how I think about achieving that goal, how do I feel about achieving that goal, or how do I act upon towards my goals. It could be setting, it could be the willpower that I want to consistently work on that goal. So when I started, I have very limited knowledge on psychology. So I had to learn, I had to be consistent in learning, I had to start on time, I had to build that confidence when I'm talking to big people, great minds in psychology places. When I have to go and talk to big professors, big experts, I need to build that confidence in terms of my knowledge. Because the dream is fine, I also want it, but how? What do I have to do? Break it into tiny pieces. I would also face so many breakdowns. That I didn't have a ready-made solution. Like right now, I have created this curriculum, but when I started 10 years ago, I was as dark. It was like pitch dark. I didn't know where I will land up. By God's grace, I landed here with all the support from ecosystem, my mentors, my Eklavya gurus from multiple places, and people like you support. Everyone support, I landed here, and still there's a long way to go for me. But what I'm trying to say is, if I don't have that goal and this attitude of, if I had to overcome a lot of, I don't know, I can't, it's too tough for me, I don't know what to do. I had to go through a lot of study, go out of my comfort zone, relearn, learn, attend so many conferences, so many classroom sessions, so many online sessions, ability to perceive when things get so tough. I really don't know what next to do. There are very limited people who could support in this process, because they themselves even, it was a challenge. We know what to do, but it's like the devil is in the details, they say, right? So what is that step? I don't have a straightforward path that is carved. I had to create it. So I need to take responsibilities for the failures I have endured. The many people who made fun of me, I had to lick my wounds and bounce back. There were a lot of people who did not believe in me. But fortunately, there were people who believed in my work, gave opportunity, and I had to go beyond. Consistently I had to stick to my mission, learn from my mistakes, overcome my inhibitions, resistance, face the people who have been really putting me down day in, day out, still trusting in my mission, and not letting that whatever failures I've been facing, getting away from the motivation to perform, motivation to go forward, not to give up. And in that process, I learned, but this is all a system, right? Why am I saying about myself again, please? I don't have any desire to blow my own horns or trumpets. It's just that I want you to understand that every successful person out there, whom you remotely or you consider them as successful, have these goals and attitude to support the goal as a common trait across the paradigm, across the fields. Every person do have this. They set a goal, they deal with the successes, and they deal with their failures, raise the bar. Enjoy the success, raise the bar, and do whatever it takes for them to achieve it. And keep raising the bar, keep raising the bar. And that's how, in that process, in that journey, the journey is what makes every person who's successful out there be more happier. Getting my point? So, because we are also trying to understand what are those levers of success, I want you to first understand the first lever, first aspect of success is having strong goal backed by the attitude to achieve that goal. Now, if that is true, what does that mean in simpler words? Staying in control and winning while facing problems. Victory over my struggles. What does that mean either? Meaning at any point of time, I feel I'm in control of my life, of my goals, of my life, of my performance. So if that's true, what would have happened to our goals? Do we have goals? Short-term goals, long-term goals? Maybe in our head, or we do have a written goal. Let's talk about it further.